Alright, so in this stream we're going to be taking a look at Hatsu's Refactor for LunarVim. We're going to be taking a second look at formatter.nvim to see if we can do that file specific, and then we're going to maybe look at some other things pertaining to color schemes. I'm hoping this will be a shorter stream this time around, but we'll see what happens. Really fast, we have a new Reddit community, so you can go over to Reddit, you can post whatever over here. I got a couple mods. If you want to be a mod, let me know in Discord, send me your username or whatever, and I will mod people. The logo looks meh, but you know, we're working on it. It's just squished right now, so I'm gonna have to work on doing that. Same thing is true for the new LunarVim organization that we have over on GitHub. There's a few things we're going to be keeping here. Eventually, I'll be keeping LunarVim here as well. Right now, we have a color schemes repo. It needs a little bit more kind of like explanation on how to use it and all, but that's over there. I have one color scheme in here called Aurora, if you guys remember it from the MV Code color scheme, so that's there. You can check out my GitHub. That's where LunarVim is, and probably other stuff you might be interested in. I wanted to thank the new patrons that are supporting me now. Thanks a lot, guys. I got to figure out a way to get everybody like in one spot so I can thank everybody at the end of the streams and stuff. I think the two new ones were Per Pedersen and Dirk, I think. So thanks a lot for being patrons. I'll have to find a way to put everybody's name at the end of the stream or something. Also, you can check me out over on Twitter, Odyssey, Twitch, and my website. Alright, so let's get started. We're going to go check out this Refactor. Hatsu's Refactor has been something. Also, I'm going to be reading streams and or chats and stuff. So, one second. What is this? This is an extra thing. So, make sure, you know, if you want me to... One second. Yeah, I was about to say, is this public? I was like, what? Sometimes YouTube, it'll be unlisted or something like that, and that sucks. Anyway, yeah, so anyway, you know, if you guys come over here, usually people roll in later on during the streams, and I'll be reading chats and stuff and answering questions. Same thing with Discord. Sometimes I come in and talk to the Discord every now and then. Let's see. So, I think we got a vote of confidence. Way better than SpaceVim. Good. Alright. So let's go ahead here. We also got a key mapping refactor as well. But I think that's a little less drastic than what will be happening with... what is this that was added? Oh, that was the EFM update. Okay, so let's take a look here. Pull requests. I think it's on the second page. He put this out a while ago and has been kindly keeping it up to date. Basically, here's what we're trying to do in a nutshell. See how we have a folder for all these guys? Like Galaxy Line, Get Signs, DApp, Dashboard, all these. The built-in plugins. Basically, we want to not have a folder for them, and we just want them to be in their own file, because what happens is... Also, I want to let you guys know that we have GetRooter now. So GetRooter, you'll notice that it's just going to improve your experience in a very subtle way. I won't get into it too much right now, but GetRooter is very, very good. Anyway, so... What was I going to talk about? Yeah, so you can see how like this can pollute things. If we do something like search text, and then we search for, or even just like, imagine like searching for a file. So if you search for a file, and you want like Galaxy Line, right? Like you're gonna not be able to see it perfectly because like it's gonna cut off that other stuff. And then also, like it'd be better just to see Galaxy Line.lua, right? Instead of a ton of init.luas, especially when you're looking for init.lua, you get a bunch of init.luas you don't even know where they're from. So that's hopefully what this is going to address. Not so much like a feature, but just better code quality. Let's see. We're going to check this out just to make sure, and we're gonna merge rolling into it, and just to make sure that nothing crazy happens, I guess. When's the last time he pulled? It looks like it can be. All right, let's just take a look. So let me just paste this. All right. Okay. Also, we're probably gonna want to. I don't know if we need to do this. Leave me alone. All right. So now it looks like there is a thing called core, and in core is all this stuff. It looks like he was not adventurous enough to touch Galaxy Line, Telescope, Tree Sitter, and Witch Key. Looks like there's still configs for these, unless he was, and then my configs are just useless now. And I added those afterwards. That's also very possible, and that they're not useful anymore. So let's find out. Is Galaxy Line in here? Oh no, there's a new one called Status Line. Alright, so we have some issue with that. That could probably be fixed by... Alright, leave me alone. Let's try a couple things. Let's blow away our plugin space here. And then let's... well, we could try again after that. Alright, that's a good start. So now let's do a Packer update. Sure. And then we'll do, well, we don't have Witch Key right now. We'll do Packer compile. Alright. Now if I look for something like status line, I got status line. So far so good. Language server is attached. Status line showed up. Buffer line guy is up here. That's good. We can move into our tree. Search with telescope. Let's look for, I don't even know what I just clicked on. Search for text. Use. Should jump us over to plugins. All right. Now, the question is, are my files useful? I don't think they are because this is over here. So I'm pretty sure we can get rid of Galaxy Line, Telescope, Tree Sitter. Is Telescope in here? Maybe we have to keep, I think we have to keep Telescope. Tree Sitter I think we have to keep as well. And I think Witch Key. I think those are the ones. I think we can probably get rid of Galaxy Line. I don't know if Hatsu's here. What's up, Pedro? What's up, the Cawthon? Is that rain in the background? Yes. I think Teach said FZF is the best completion extension for Telescope. If you know how to add that in, then make a PR. What's up, Passy B? All right. So, I guess Hatsu's not here to speak for himself. So I guess the idea, and I see that this was a good idea because if you look, basically the way that I was doing it before, and a few are still like this, Telescope has a config and an init.lua. Now you have to require the config and then later on init.lua runs, right? Because they needed to be separate, because if you tried to do the config while you were doing loading all of this stuff, if the thing isn't there yet or something like that, then it breaks. But the nice thing is that if you just put this options over top of the P call to require Galaxy Line, then you're kind of fine. Now this, I don't know about this. If it works, then okay, that's fine. Does he have this in all of them? Okay, not all of them. I guess that works with Galaxy Line. All right. So far, so good. What's up, Fate Crafter? Now, is there anything we're noticing that could be trouble? So let's go and look at maybe a different code base. Let's go check out Python. Conda activate to do. All right, that seems to all be working as expected. What is this? Why did that happen? Did I save that like that? I wonder if like, yeah, okay. All right, so yeah, this is good. Sure. Trying to think like what else. We still have basically everything showing up down there for Python with the bar. Diagnostics still showing the tree. Looks pretty good to me so far. Trying to think what other stuff should I really test. Because once this is in, this is going to be the kind of the way of doing things. Source, components, header.js. Here's something. This is something I think different from that. This is those TS util things. TSU. Alright, that's for that. That might actually be in search text TS utils here. I think I commented this out. At least I thought I did. Okay, so here's one problem. Is comment toggle isn't showing up. Let's go sort that out really fast. So inside of plugins, we have this. Happens on buff read. You would think that would be enough to load this. Get signs is also not here with us. Maybe we'll try and compile again. Yeah, no. Yeah, okay. So let's see. Why is that they are not here with us? NVim tree is one that comes automatically. What's up, ABZ coding or nobody important? What's up, Airsoft? This guy's always trying to make me famous over on Twitch. So, okay, so get signs is also on buff read. Now, how come buff read is like not enough? Core is get signs here. I think this highlight is in the color scheme. Yeah, it is. This function gets called config, and it's like, okay, p call require get signs, if not status okay, then return. There's also this fetch overrides concept, which I'm gonna have to get into, but like o.plugin, like these are ops that go in. This is plugin get signs, which is here. This stuff, yeah, we want here. This stuff, this all shouldn't be here anymore. One second. What's up, Luxus? What's up, Santiago? Are you changing EFM formatter prettier to formatter.nvim? We're still gonna, yeah. The idea is to use formatter.nvim. I have an idea of how to use it, but first I want to get this refactor in. It's something that I think we could all really benefit from, but there does seem to be a few complications. Here's another question. How good is completion? Looks like snippets are loading. That's good. All this stuff looks fine. Completion's fine. Maybe we can try buff win enter. I've had more success on that. We got a packer compile. Nah, it seems like it's still not being sourced. Neo format, it actually, in my opinion, does too much. And while it was good, it can't really do things like local prettier and stuff like that. As well as something like formatter.nvim, I'm assuming we'll be able to get working with that. So, yeah. Ultimately, I think formatter.nvim is probably the better move, and we would rather not use a language server for something like that. Yeah, so we got to figure out how to get get signs working. So let's go look at core again and look at get signs. And so now... So we're calling require get signs here. I wonder if I got rid of... yeah, I don't have comment toggle either. Where's comment? There used to be something for that. I'm assuming it's inlined now. Yeah. This is like a simpler one to test out, actually, kind of. So we can do... get all that there. And then we'll do... yeah. Require... nvim comment dot setup. Like that. And we'll see what happens. Could be something's broken with my LV config. And maybe that's like breaking things. But then again, I don't know which one. Like what here is like not, what do we not like? Here's an idea. Let's move my config into home. And then let's copy the one from utils installer into here. And then let's move that to this. All right. Still says something's wrong. Let's I wonder if I go save it, will something break? Like locally here? Here we go. completion. Okay, completion is not a thing now. $27. Well, that's ultimately not so good. Okay, that's good. Get sign still doesn't show up. Let's see, what about commenting? Yeah, commenting's not here. Any more messages? No. Now also with Zen, the way that I was exposing that, like I'm wondering like how you're fetching overrides from o.plugin.zen, where this equals only that, and then the ops are here. I guess my question would be, like, how would you override it? Because, like, I can think of a couple ways to use this same file, but refactor it again. Like, I think I have a couple ideas from this. All right, hold up. There's an option that some color schemes implement where the visual mode highlight is colored. Can you add it or try it? You could try a PR maybe. I don't think you have to call pcall on get signs. Yeah, but it didn't really help with nvim comment either. Maybe we could compile again. I think this thing it's still, I think we could still do some other things with it. I'll give you an example in a second. What's the best cheat sheet available for Vim? Vim Tutor. Definitely Vim Tutor. Yeah, isn't there... Can't we just do, like, Vim... Do they have Vim Tutor in this thing? Why not? How come no Vim Tutor? I must have disabled it or something. I think I disabled it. You could also do... Do I even have Vim installed? Vim. Nope. Give me Vim. Here's Vim. And then, Vim. What the hell is it under? I haven't opened Vim Tutor in so long that I can't even remember how the hell to get in it. Anyway. Let's see. So, alright, so let me show you my thinking. Git checkout master git stash git checkout master. All right. Okay. And the complaints. Yeah, I know. Packer. Do we have Packer right now? We probably don't have Packer because we got to blow away plugin guy there. Yeah, all right. And then Packer. No Packer still? Well, why is that? Probably LV config. Yeah, line 7. I love that thing. LV config, line 17. Can't even know what line I'm on right now. Here we go. Yeah, I can. I just can't really see it because the thing's there. Maybe that's line 18 now. Oh, this is on master. Need to be on the trolling branch. Neo format not found. That's fine. Packer, update. Packer, compile. All right. So now we're back here, and let me show you where maybe I'm thinking about going with this. So like if we create one thing called core here, right? And then if we, let's start with something simple. Let's start with, even get signs might be a good poster child. Definitely not galaxy line. I'm not going to start with that. So let's, in core, create a file called get, you even just call it LV get signs. Can I just call it get signs? I don't think I want to do that because it's inside of there. It's namespace by core, but yeah, I think it should be fine to call it get signs.lua. But sometimes there are conflictions, so watch out for that. It might be this case too. We might have to rename it, but that's fine. So now my thinking is if I go to init.lua and I grab this here, and then if I open this up and paste it in there, and then come into config, and then grab all of this config, oops, and add it here, because you want this stuff to be exposed to the user so that the user can see it. And what I mean by that is this. So like if I go into LV config now, and if I check out, for instance, plugin.get signs, you see the table that shows up right here? You can see that the reason that's there is because of all this. And then if we do this thing, you'll start to see like, okay, here are all the things that show up in here. So for instance, key maps, you can see is a field, line highlight is an enum, num highlight is an enum, so on and so forth, right? Watch index, you see that? So like we have access to all this and we can see it because it's loaded when it is. So my thinking is that we could require like a function around this and then a function around this. This is the config function, so that's fine. This should probably be renamed to setup. Because that's what this is. And then this one at the top can be renamed to config. I didn't rename it. And we'll save that. And then now after doing that, you got, okay, now you got setup and you got config in here. Two functions in the same file. So we can still call it get signs. Now if we jump back over here, we'll just get rid of that for now. Now we have that. Now if we go into default config, which allows us to expose all those options, we can get signs.config. Instead of doing this, we can require core.getSigns and then run on that. I don't really know the syntax for running a method without parentheses, but then we would do .config like this, which should overall then just kind of, it's a little side effecty, but what it does is ultimately, I think we would rather have it return this because I don't like side effects. I'm not big on side effects. So right now it's side effects, but I don't want side effects. we could just return this, like this, right? And then what that would do, and then you could do get signs, like that. And you could set that equal to this. So now that has options, and you get that from the config, which is right there. So now that runs and requires core get signs without actually running the setup call. So that way, pre-setup, we have all these options set. And the user can override them, because if you look in, what the hell? If you look here, we do default config, then we do key mappings, then we do overrides, then we do plugins, so that the plugin is set up with the key map with the overrides. I'm just gonna test this way out. I don't know if this is making sense to you guys. Maybe you don't have to uninstall Vim. You could have both. Are the bots spamming in Twitch again? You should have a mod for chats. Yeah, I should. I don't think anyone's being tricked by this. But, just block. I don't care. I would report, but I just don't feel like it. You can't have both an arch? Yes, you can. Yeah, they can be friends. Oh, I assumed you're already on NVim because you're watching Chris. You can have both. Me too. I have both as well. All right, I'll give a basic idea. Complete beginner. Oh, yeah, Vim tutor kind of stuff. Yeah, just Vim tutor's good. I probably should do a Vim tutor video at some point. Yeah, go talk to Vim Diesel. It's true, Vim has a steep learning curve. Yeah, it'll go down a little bit before it goes up by a lot. I didn't work on that refactor because I think we might have to do a refactor of a refactor, but I think the refactor had a really good idea, which is keeping things in the same file. But then I think what we need to do is we actually need to expose functions from that file that do, and then still do it in the order that makes sense. I'll explain. It is sufficiently different, I think. So if we do this, and also I don't want to work on the refactor like as it was, because I don't know all the pieces. Now, okay, so now we have core, we have get signs. Now if we go into plugin, we can go into B, and then we can go into get, yeah, okay, it was right there. Now instead of config, we're actually going to do setup, and then we're going to want to swap this out from that to core.get signs, like this, and then hopefully that does something in our favor. Let's see what we got. So do I have an open deal anywhere? Let's go to 6, I guess. Okay. So we're going to do a Packer update just to make sure nothing changes. We're going to do a Packer compile, and then we're going to reopen this, and then we're going to not start from my home directory because that's big to index. And we'll open this up, and we still have get signs. You can see, right? So that's good. What did I do? And then now that we have get signs like that, you can see how now it's one file. And so I think the other way might have been a little over-engineered, and it also doesn't expose these to the user in LV config so that they can do something like this. o.plugin. But it gave me a lot of inspiration for what I just did. .get signs. And you see how we can just go through them all because I exposed them? So you can see over here, it tells you what it is and what it can be. Like it's a number. This one's a Boolean. This one's a number. Table. That might have been a table down there too anyway. But yeah, Boolean, number, blah, 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 right? So now we can go in here and we can change, blah, 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 blah. We can change, let's change something interesting like signs for add, and we'll change the text. And we'll set that equal to A. Now we have an error here. Attempt to index field get signs a nil value. That's interesting. Wonder why. Wait a second. I think we just called it get signs. What did I just do? Didn't we? Yeah. Now, that won't automatically update anything. But what we might try is... Well, first, let's just see if that worked. I don't think I changed anything in here, did I? I hope I didn't. Oh, okay. That didn't update that, though. Well, default config gets ran, which gets you all the things. Then this thing gets ran. We didn't have any errors, did we? Okay. It was o dot blah, blah, blah. If we... Let's see. There's got to be a reason it's not getting there in time.